Good evening and welcome to the Saturday edition of the Minions of the Zoo podcast, stream, whatever. I'm your host and keeper of the Harry Channel, and with me tonight are Minions 3, Sora Luna, who may be muted, DrFunctional, and SkepTok.
Hey, everybody.
We're just like a well-oiled machine.
Yes. Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, good. Hello.
Before
the
we
Harry Channel, where you come for quality podcasting.
Yeah, it is technical excellence guaranteed. Quality assurance, where quality is assured. So Sora,
Sure.
Yes.
Anything new and exciting?
No.
You didn't
stress.
You didn't get any snow yet?
No, it was like super warm, like over 10 degrees.
Well,
and sunny.
We've actually had,
and now it's pouring.
Well, we had winter basically put on pause for about 2 weeks in Central California. I kid you not, it got up to about 80 one day. The rest of the days were all sort of in the mid to high 70s. Not a lick of rain. It's been really nice, but we're going to get rain again starting next week. But yeah, summer, I mean, basically winter was just said, no, you just, just pause. And we'll go be a completely different season for a while. And it's going to go back to normal now, so. But it's sad you haven't had any snow yet. Or do you even want snow? Maybe you don't care.
Not really.
I really want snow. But I've only been in snow maybe 5 or 6 times in my whole life.
December.
Okay. Well,
75 degrees in central Texas today. That's my kind of winter.
Oh yeah, winter. It's been a very, very, very mild lately. I cannot complain. But now everything's wet. So, do people in your area of British Columbia know how to drive in the rain, or are they just a bunch of clueless idiots?
No one knows how to fucking drive in this province.
Okay. I came to a realization just yesterday as I was on my little motorcycle, and I realized that I probably could rename the brake and the throttle. The brake should be called, what the hell are you people doing? Because that's usually the word I say when I'm hitting it. And the accelerator should be, people get the hell away from me. Because those are the two things. It's like, you're being stupid in front of me. I don't want to run into whatever it is you're doing. Brake, right? And then there's the people to the sides of me and behind me are all acting like complete imbeciles. I believe I should put distance between me and them. Accelerator. It functions really well. Also, while I'm busy talking about boring shit that nobody cares about, I realized that aerodynamically I can get way better mileage, much more than I thought, by just putting my head down. I don't notice a lot of pressure sitting up on this thing because it's basically a touring bike. But if I get kind of down and put the windshield down a little bit, I get way better mileage. I was getting like 55 on the freeway on my big leader bike, and that's a lot better than 45. And I don't feel the pressure hitting me, but it's like insane. Sorry, what?
I forgot you have a bike. I was just thinking, imagine you in a car.
Yeah, just duck down. Like the way my sister used to duck down when she didn't want to be seen with me. She was happy to have me give her a ride, but she didn't want anybody to know that I was giving her a ride. Sora, I was in a meeting with some bigwigs, and one of the women who was like in charge said, "Hey, you seem like a cool dude to me." And she's got like electric guitars and stuff behind her and all this other sort of stuff. And I'm just like, oh, the gap between you and me in terms of coolness is like so broad. I didn't say that. I didn't say that out loud, but man, did somebody peg me wrong. I'm so aggressively uncool. I'm hoping that through horseshoe theory, it'll loop around the other end. It's just, it's just not going to happen.
Coolness cred just from being not cool.
Yeah, I've just decided that I'm just going to be aggressively uncool.
Exactly. And thereby attain coolness.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, we can't ask Sora about work because that would be wrong. But I mean, you generally doing okay, Sora? No, I'm sorry.
No.
You
No,
want
it's fine.
me to talk to some people?
No, it's just
What can you do? You can hang out with us and not think about it. Okay, Harry, stop reminding
there's a
Sora.
bridge not that far away from me that's looking appealing.
Yeah, I saw a test recently. You know how uncool I am. I was watching this test where they were measuring a climbing rope and how many strands you have to break before it essentially fails with this big load attached to it. It got down to the last strand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like, which really means that it's overspec'd by about 30 times, which is about where you want it to be when it's your life hanging off the side of a rock face. I want climbing rope to be overspec'd. So you don't need a lot of rope to hang a big weight. That's all I'm trying to say. So you said there's a bridge near you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. It's good.
Near enough.
Near enough.
It's better than a bridge too far. Sorry.
I don't know.
Yes.
Bridges. I'm still finding this CAPTCHA stuff where I log into things and they want me to prove that I'm human, and they say, like, click all the bridges
Checking to
in
see
this.
that you are human.
Yeah, like an AI couldn't identify a bridge.
Or an AI couldn't check that box, couldn't locate that box and check it.
Yeah.
Could.
Well, everything's stupid. So DrFunctional.
Hi.
You still busy with work?
Oh yeah.
Lots of clients needing lots of stuff.
But I was blessed with just the innate ability to just be cool. And I hate it because I hate people. Like I'm a complete misandrist? No, that's
meaning you hate everybody.
Misanthrope. Thank you. I'm pretty much a misanthrope. Like very, very few people, and it's not. And we're not talking, like the weirdos of the world, like your Cenk Uyghurs who could like something like that creature. It's just it's hard to explain. I'm not a complete misandrist because I obviously do enjoy some people's company. But I mean, for the most part, I could do without. And it's funny because it happens to me in the gym all the fucking time. Everybody in the gym knows me. Everybody in the gym says hi, wants to talk to me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to get done what I want to get done. Which brings me to how my week was.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 days ago, I'm in the gym doing my thing. I've got heavy weights in each hand, 50 pounds each hand. And some woman comes up, taps me on the shoulder. I got my headphones in, so I can't. Anyway, when somebody does that and you're in mid-set, it usually means that there's some emergency. Oh shit, something's about to fall on you, or something something is really amiss. That you don't bother somebody in the middle of lifting their weights because that's dangerous. That's how you hurt them or get them hurt. And whatever, I put my weights down and yes, this fucking old decrepit bitch comes over and she's like, "Are you going to be much longer?" It's like, excuse me?
I'll be done when I'm done, hag.
Well, that's basically what I said. I said, no, I'll be done when I'm done. Like, I have no idea. I'm maybe halfway through my sets. What the fuck? And I put my headphones back in, pick up the weights and go back to doing my thing. So I'm in the middle of a cool down period. Again, some guy, random guy, never seen him before, walks up. We just start chatting about. He leans into supplements and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a complete supplement nerd." And I'm like, "Yeah, I learn about some of these things." And I'm still kind of cooling down so I can do my next set. The bitch walks over again. Are you guys going to be conversing all day, or are you done on that bench? What? No, I'll be done when I'm done. Anyway, she walks off and then again comes back while I'm doing a set. Well, actually, no. I had just in the motion of putting my weights down to take a break from the set I just did.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you don't own this bench. I never said I did. She's like, well, you've been here for a half an hour. And I cut her off. I said, actually, I've been here for an hour. What's your point? Well, you don't own this bench. I said, I never said I did. What is your problem? You know, if you came at this in a civil, respectful way, I would be inclined to share with you. But instead, you came over here like a bitch. So you can go fuck off. Gets gym staff to come in, this fucking hooded fucking subhuman filth. I'm Muslim. And I starts talking to me and like I'm like, oh, and she's like, well, I just wanted to hear your side of the story. I said, there's no story. She's violating gym policy and gym rules. And now, in addition to her harassment, sending you here to harass me. Well, I'm not here to harass you. I said, then you can leave. She's like, well, we don't use that language here. I said, you might. I am. Free fucking country. I'll say what the fuck I want to say. What's your point? Well, you called her a bitch. And I said, so fucking what? What is your point? Now you're interrupting my workout. Before, she came over several. Well, you assaulted her. And at this point, everybody in the gym could hear, claimed in front of everybody in the gym that I assaulted this woman. I said, I didn't assault her. You just admitted you assaulted her. When did I? Whoa, you need to leave right fucking now. And that's when I stood up. And again, not the tallest person in the room, but I'm pretty fucking tall. And I like twice the size of this woman. And I said, you just need to get out of here right now and stop harassing me. You want to take this somewhere else? We'll take this somewhere else. I meant in a discussion way, not to, packed gym full of people. And they all, and half the fucking room knows me, is friendly with me. They looked, as soon as I said, I repeated her words, assaulted her, everybody stopped what they were doing and was staring. Because they were just aghast that this woman, this fucking bitch is. So anyway, to sort of give it a little bit of brevity, today I walk up to the front desk, I say, by the way, is there a manager around or a supervisor, somebody I can talk to about an incident that happened in the gym? Because they put up a sign now that says, please rotate every 20 minutes on machines and benches. I'm like, that's clearly, I've been coming here for a year, never been a problem. This one entitled cunt comes in, and now you're putting up passive aggressive signs to like rotate on equipment. Since when? Everybody has gotten along for as long as I've been coming to this gym. So what seems to be the issue here? Oh, well, I don't know. I wasn't here that day. I'm like, okay, well, converse with her a little bit. And I'm getting a little excitable explaining because she wants to know the situation so she can direct me to the right manager. Because there's fucking 12 managers, because of course there is. And I'm getting a little worked up because I'm like, one of your employees walked into the weight room and in front of the entire weight room accused me of assaulting a woman in the weight room. This has now become a legal issue, and I'd rather have it dealt with quietly with a manager as opposed to actually having to get, the law involved here, because that will not stand. And so, long story short, I have to talk to the right manager on Monday. But I was really that shit. There was a time in my life where somebody accused me of some kind of impropriety like that. I just, I know you can't see me. I'm brushing off my shoulder and just didn't even pay any attention to it. But from the fact that people have taken advantage of those kinds of notions and the believe all women narrative that has just swept through Canada when it did. You can't just let these things sit, or else next thing I know, they're going to be canceling my membership. And one day I'll walk in and be like, oh, your membership was canceled. Why? Kind of thing. So I'm trying to get in front of this and just be like, you need either this woman apologizes to me and gives me in writing that I did not assault anybody and that she made it up, or they can fire her and I can get the reason why she was fired in writing from the gym. Because I'm not going to just, especially since the type of the type of hooded creature this thing is, you guys know I have a very certain sounding last name, and I know exactly why she's doing this to me.
Yeah.
Is 20 minutes long enough for you to actually do all of your sets on that on each machine? Because depending on if you're doing the thing where you're basically pushing a lot of reps with lighter weights, for instance, perfectly good. You know, a lot of people do that. It's a good strategy depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
20 minutes isn't even nearly enough.
I do. Well, the thing is, no, not at all. Like, by the time she even talked to me, I was maybe halfway done, and that was an hour. So I do what are called push sets. And so what I do is I do a series of like 3 different movements, 3 different muscle groups in the same general area. So I'll do like pecs, shoulders, and biceps. So I'll quickly run through those 3 sets, take a breather. And as far as weight and reps go, I do a moderate amount of reps, usually about 10, but why they're called push is because you're exploding out of like the bench press, let's say, and trying to shoot those weights right up in the air, and then slow as slow can be, bring it back down to neutral. And what I do is I do that, and once that becomes too easy to do those pushes, then I go up by 5 pounds, and then it kind of starts over the transition again. So that extra 5 pounds per hand now makes it a nearly as slow up as it is down, until I can get enough strength behind it that I'm just exploding out of each set. Anyway, so I pack a lot into that 2 hours, and that's that's just all bench work. That's all free weights. It's not lower body. It's not. There's very few back exercises, but I do like the inclined rows and stuff. So that's not even including other stuff I do 2-3 times a week. I do chest and arms every other day.
Okay, when you were talking about a bench, like literally not a piece of equipment, just a bench. That's what she
it's
was
an incline bench. You know,
So
it has a little.
Did they only have one incline bench?
No, there's 3.
Well, what's the freaking problem? She's used
The
one of
place
the
was
other
busy.
ones. Well,
The place was busy.
20 minutes is dumb.
At a different time.
Ooh,
You were
did not-
roboting a bit, Sora.
We did not hear that.
I don't know, Harry. Again, how this all started was me saying how I have this just animal magnetism for people who want to be my friends, because they look at me, they think, hey, this guy looks like he's super cool, and not in the way that person looked at you and said, you look like you're hip, Harry. Because I don't embrace it. I'm very quiet. Contrary to how I am online, I'm very quiet, very stoic in the street. Like, I say hi, hello, whatever. I'm friendly, but I'm not this animated when I'm out in the world. I don't want to attract people. I want to like shoo them away, unless they're, cute girls who don't have OnlyFans.
Yeah. Vulcan in the streets, Romulan in the sheets. Let me see. You could get a shirt that says that. That might play well. Let's see. So are you good? You good functional?
Yeah, I just thought that was just completely ridiculous.
No, it is completely ridiculous. My week went way better than yours did. So yeah.
But work has been fantastic. Like, I'm slamming stuff out, and some things are giving me a good time while I'm doing it.
So, not DrFunctional. We already talked to you. SkepTok.
Yes, sir.
If that is indeed your real name, which it is not. So would you please greet the chat for us, please?
I would be happy to.
Oh,
we
there's a
have
chat.
a full-featured, well-attended chat this evening, and I'm happy to welcome many participants after a roll way back up here. Assassin of the Grave was first in tonight. He gets the blank. And Silver Ravenwing and Greed Badger joined very soon thereafter. And Radscord came in. Good to see you. We do this show for ourselves, but we do it for you too, and we'd love to have you with us. We'd love to have your input, your cool comments in chat, and keeping us honest. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to have you with us this evening.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know you've had a hell of a week, but it's probably not anything you want to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say Joel McLaughlin is also here.
Joel's here.
I missed one. Joel came in. So nice to have everybody. But yeah, it's been an interesting time. As with old people, medical things come up, do this and that. It's something that can easily be taken care of, I think, and we'll take care of it Monday. That'll be it. So have been having to deal with a little bit of that type of thing, just being old. The other thing I've been doing, I've really ramped up my physical conditioning program. I mean, I'm only 73. There's no reason why I can't get back into shape. And, I'm actually taking that approach. I'm acting like I'm 40 years old or 30 years old and just saying, well, I'm going to tone up a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very, very careful about it. I've studied a lot of material on this. And but I think it's very doable. It's I need to build up my core. I've always had great, years of marathon running. I've great cardio, but I've always lacked on my core. And so I'm really paying attention to that and developing some arm strength, upper body strength.
It's crazy stuff.
I noticed myself getting stronger. That's what I'm noticing. It's a kind of fun thing for a 73-year-old man to do.
Yeah. And I know we're not exactly close in age, but after 40, and I don't care. I'm 46. First time in my life I've had abs. Like, it's not, I'm not Jason Momoa.
You're not RFK
but
yet.
I can see that I have abs now. I've always been skinny, but I've never had any kind of in my arms, the definition. And you are completely right. The strength, even after a short period of starting, you realize you're getting stronger.
You go to the grocery store. That's where you notice it as an old person. You go to the grocery store and you notice that you're picking up, a sack of 40-pound sack of dog food with one hand again. Like you used to.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Cool.
It was funny walking down the street because I walked at home. I had literally that, a 40-pound bag of cat food over my shoulder on my shoulder as I'm like, and people are just like looking at me like, what the fuck?
Being strong is good.
And
so anyway,
dude, you've got lots of grandkids to lift, so
oh my god,
work that
and
core.
I'm gonna have another one on the 12th. The C-section has been scheduled. Thank you. And so and it's another grandson. So here we go, another fine young boy.
Okay, well, before we get into anything serious, last week I think we were talking about snow and snow removal and all that sort of stuff. So
it's still not gone, Harry. My street is still covered in fucking snow.
So I want to show you some snow removal video because we can.
Certainly not from Toronto. Oh yeah, these guys.
Oh, this is so much.
Oh, look at that.
People get killed doing this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did it on the farm and
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
that is satisfying.
The farm owner, Skep, he was like, never do that again. If there were icicles in there, we'd be pulling your corpse out right now. And I was like, oh, okay. Live and learn.
I love this thing, this little device these people have.
That device makes me very happy.
Oh, I should use my compressor on the balcony.
As your metal roof is beautiful.
Oh yeah. ASMR all over the place.
Very satisfying.
Very satisfying.
Very satisfying.
Thank you, Harry. I needed that.
So, as you probably well know, the Superb Owl, aka Super Bowl, is happening, and it's happening essentially in my backyard. Now, I literally don't tell me. I literally don't even know who's playing because I'm not a football fan. Love the tailgating. If somebody invited me to a party, I would totally go and then fake it the whole time just to hang out with people and eat like bacon wrapped shrimp. That would be great. I like all the culture and stuff around it, but I just don't really have time for sports ball. But what is cool is this.
Those of you in the San Jose, Santa Clara area had a really good dinner show tonight.
Yeah.
Drago Flight, a B-1, two F-15s, two F-18s, two F-35s, practicing for Sunday's Super Bowl, the flyover. This same formation is going to go over the top of the stadium with the same name, Drago. But it's what follows this formation on Sunday night that's going to be.
Yeah, I was in Silicon Valley yesterday, and I look up and I go, huh. You don't see that every day. I was looking up and looking at some of these airplanes practicing, and I'm like, they really are. You know, the security for this Super Bowl is a lot more intense than I've seen recently. I mean, I know there's always security, but you definitely get the impression that the people in charge now are not messing around. They've been doing radiological sweeps with helicopters over the San Francisco Bay out near the docks and other areas, and they've really been taking this seriously, cordoning off stuff like a week in advance and patrolling the areas. And there's way more security now than I've seen for similar events in the past. I think this is going to be a pretty safe show to go to. I hope they're just doing this out of an abundance of caution, not because they think they know of something that somebody's trying to pull. But these overflight things are pretty amazing. So 8 military aircraft will fly over the Super Bowl. This is good PR, right? And I don't think it's going to completely offset the ridiculous halftime show that's showing up. Is it?
I was going to say
Bad Bunny, some dude in a dress making screeching noises? That's, oh God. Man, do better, NFL. But
do better, humans.
Just, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I don't know what's supposed to follow. I mean, maybe it's going to be something really, maybe they're going to bust out one of the prototype alien technology things for F-51. We could only hope. Can you even imagine if the Drago thing went over and then like some kind of experimental UFO just followed behind it?
What I'd like to
here's
see
your disclosure for you.
I'd like to see a hypersonic flyby at like about Mach 4.
Yeah.
You know, I have the unmanned vehicles, you know, going about Mach 4, Mach 5, and get some X-15 kind of movement in the sky across. Hey, what was that?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'd rather the planes than, you know, how China's always flexing. They do those drone shows, which are, you know, don't get me wrong. I think that they're impressive in their own right. But like seeing a bunch of fucking awesome fighter planes, so much cooler. So much cooler.
Yeah. I mean, there is a military airfield in Silicon Valley at NAS Moffett. And it's not like you don't see aircraft, but you don't usually see this many of them flying this low, doing these types of things.
I do.
They're guys who need to get in their hours, right? So you'll sometimes see somebody, not just T-38s, but in other kinds of aircraft, just doing touch and goes, and they'll just loop around, setting off car alarms, just, you know, whatever, you know, they got to do what they got to do. But that formation caught me off guard. I was like, what the hell? And then oh yeah.
Well, back in the day when NAS Alameda there was active and had an air wing there that was, or actually a bunch of air wings, and had big naval air rework facility there, and of course the base. There were planes in and out of that base drilling all the time. I used to work out. I used to run down the runways, run down the side of the runway while planes were taking off and landing. was a great time. There were a lot less regulations back then.
Yeah.
The
But
F-18s.
that was normal. I should say that was normal. That's where the outdoor running track was around the runway. That was a normal thing out there. But
Mhm.
yeah, used to run around the outside of Alameda, all along the water there, out in front of where the runways were. Sorry.
When I was younger, I was in Air Cadets. So no stranger to the F-18s taking off, and there's an Air Force base where I grew up. And even where I'm at now, I'm close enough that they fly overhead all the time doing whatever. It's usually them like touching down to go do air shows and stuff like that. It's not like military exercises, and the worst is when it's C-18, the big cargo planes. What are those?
They're all pretty big.
I was going to say there's
C-20s?
several large ones to pick from. The C5 Galaxy's the big
How many
one.
engines does it have? I'll
I
tell you
want to
which
say
one it is.
4.
4? Are they jet engines or are they propeller? Propellers are the ones that have the big arms coming out.
It's got to be propeller. I think we use
C-17.
C-17s. That's it. Okay. Those, when those fly overhead, they shake my entire fucking building. It's worse than living on a subway line.
Definitely a C-17.
Yeah. Because they take off from like basically what amounts to the middle of the city, and then obviously they got to climb and get up into the sky. So everything around is relatively low to give them that clearance. But even by the time they reach me, they're still not that high in this, and they're so loud.
One of the funnest things in the world is to watch a C-17 do a power climb when it's empty. Holy shit, can that thing get into the sky? It looks like a fucking jet. You just go, my eyes are seeing it, but I don't believe it. It looks like it goes straight up in the air almost.
It is amazing to watch, because I've never really watched the C-17s take off, but the F-18s, watch them take off and land all the time. It just, wow. And those are only fucking Hornets. Like, I could only imagine what it looks like to see something take off from like an aircraft carrier, or I'm so bad with the names of them. The new one, the Raptor.
Yeah,
and the VTOL, the Harrier. Yeah. I've never seen those up close.
The Harrier is an old VTOL. The new VTOLs are the F-35s.
Oh, the F-35. Sorry. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'd love to be able to see those up close, but there's probably never going to be a chance.
Okay, I got an airplane for you. This is basically what used to be a U-2 spy plane, which has been converted to a NASA research plane. It's referred to as the ER-2. Here's an ER-2 taking off. I don't know if there's sound. No, we don't need sound. So he's got big old long wings. So you've got like these little portable. This thing is basically an engine with giant wings attached to it. It's
right.
There's
Did you see the little wing training wheels things?
Yeah, that's to keep the wings from basically scraping when you turn.
Right.
This thing takes off at about a 45-degree angle. Well, that was completely useless. Hey, let's learn about these things. No, let's not.
Another
one
to watch take off that I used to love to watch take off was the B-70. The XB-70. Oh my God, that was amazing.
I can tell you the ER-2 makes a hell of a noise because he wants to get up to altitude. And so that thing, when it goes, it just shakes the whole valley because they take off semi-regularly from Moffett. And those things, my God, that is a powerful, powerful beast. Okay, is this a better video? Hey, that's got sound. That's good. It's promising. Let's see. I'm trying to make a point and the world is not cooperating. Let's go here.
Damn.
look at that angle. He's like, that is not how normal planes take off.
No.
And it makes a noise. Anyway, that's a pretty impressive airplane. So before we forget, we were talking about football originally. Sora, are you still with us? Oh, it looks like we lost Skep.
I'm here.
Okay. Well, here's a little thing from Key and Peele that I sort of stumbled across. Those guys are actually pretty damn funny. I can't remember, one of them ended up becoming a pretty successful director after he sort of stopped just doing comedy stuff. He got married and became a director, and his career is doing really well. He's married to the comedian Chelsea Peretti, but be that as it may. So this is pretty good, I think.
Oh, I love this. This is a great one.
Yeah.
They have a few of these ones, and there's no sound.
Oh, crap. Well, that's not good. Let's do that over again.
Oh, the Squarius.
Technical excellence. Okay.
Man, they used to be so fucking funny.
I love these guys.
University of Georgia.
T.J. Jackson, Wayne State University.
Tavarius Smith King, Merrimack College.
Kyle Royal, Smoochie Wallace, University of Miami.
Desquarius Green Jr., University of Notre Dame.
Ibrahim Moises, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga.
Jack Marius Taxtheratrix, Michigan State University.
Jack
Isaiah
Marius.
T. Billings Clyde, Coastal Carolina University.
The Jasper
They're
Probencrux
so good.
III, South Carolina State
What's the accents?
University.
Lee Oz Maxwell Jilliams, East Carolina University.
Javaris and Lamar, University of Middle Tennessee.
Devoyne Shower Handle, University of Southern Mississippi.
Hingle McCringleberry, Penn State University. Demarcus Williams.
And the
See,
other
it cuts off because my favorite part is at the end they'll
is
have
that one
actual
white
player.
guy, Bill
Yeah,
Smith.
uh-huh.
They got some pretty good sketches. Key and Peele. They're pretty,
Yeah, like I said, they used to be hilarious.
pretty talented guys, actually.
The substitute teacher skits with the saying the names in stupid ways is great when you work as reception.
Okay, well, let's see. Every football team intro. So our president, not your president, but my president, he is a bit of an egomaniac, and that's okay. I figure, since he's doing a lot of good stuff, I kind of choose not to care that much. But I love what he's doing to just annoy the crap out of people. So Trump wanted Dulles Airport and Penn Station named after him as condition of releasing rail tunnel funds. So these angry New Jersey and New York politicians are like, hell no. He's like, well, if you want money, got to name it after me. I don't know if I should laugh or cry about some of this stuff, but this is pretty great. They want to build a big railway tunnel and they need money to do it. And Trump's like, oh, that's fine. Just name these things after me or you won't get your money. It's a level of pettiness that again, horseshoe theory, I have to kind of admire it. I would never have the balls to even suggest something like this. But apparently he has giant swinging balls and he figures, oh, what the hell? Yeah, why not? Hey, Scap.
Hey,
I mean,
I'm not
Dulles is a stupid name for an airport anyway, so calling it Trump Airport would be fine. But what happens when multiple airports are called Trump Airport? I feel like there's really no future in forcing people to rename things after you, because at a certain point it just gets confusing.
Wasn't
the
Dulles
thing with
named after
Dulles,
somebody?
Dulles is named after John Foster Dulles, but I always had it in the back of my mind it's really named after his brother Alan.
Mhm.
The CIA guy, but that's just my own personal opinion about that.
Yeah.
Dulles is a forgettable name. Penn Station, on the other hand, I'd like to see that retain its name. I don't care if Trump wants to stick his name all over these things. Once, I don't think that will last. I think that there will be liberal people who get elected after Trump is gone, and they will remove his name as much as they can from history.
Well,
There'll be a liberal snapback after all the stuff that Trump has.
oh,
done.
there always will be. So,
Harsh.
here's one name that I don't think is going away anytime soon, and that is Amelia. So, I think for 2 weeks running, I've shown you things about how the Amelia campaign that was, part of that video game to the Pathways video game to try to teach people to be less extreme in the UK. Well, it hasn't gone particularly well because Amelia's become a meme queen all on her own. And the one I'm going to show you
Who could have predicted that?
Yeah, who could have seen this kind of blowback? So the one I'm going to show you now has actually been so popular that it is in the top 20 dance songs on iTunes right now. Okay, so as the creator of this thing said, he has memed himself into the top 20 chart. So that's how well things are going. So I'll have to pause it a few times just, for copyright. So I'll try to walk the line as best as I can because I really don't want to remove this from the show.
And I haven't seen online yet. Oh, you can play it.
Well, you're talking. I mean, right now. So what do you?
Oh, did we have to listen to the song?
Well, I thought you might want to hear it, a little of it. So what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, and it's amazing because the left on social media hasn't been able to take the wind out of the sails of Amelia at all.
No. All right.
It's incredible.
No, it's okay to talk over it. I just didn't want to start playing it while you were talking. I'm not that big a dick. As people said, I seem like a cool guy. I seem like a cool guy. I mean, it's on video. Not really my style of music, but I like it. And it's full of memes.
Was that intentional?
What?
The Sargon face?
Yes, very intentional.
Oh.
What?
It's one of those.
What? What do you mean one of those?
Nothing. Keep playing.
Because it's a political statement. So having political stuff in it is going to happen. There's lots of people that have been dropped into it.
That's what I was afraid of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who's that?
I don't know who every single person is. So there's Asmongold. We got Ingsock being busted down. So you kind of getting the vibe.
I really like this.
Yeah, well, a lot of people really like this. There's a bunch of VTubers that are in here too.
Run from a thunderclap.
There's that dog that got electrocuted. So it's full of memes, but I'm going to go to go a little further in.
Every girl wants to be her. Every guy wants to be her.
Yep. It's getting very nationalistic up in here.
Now there's a million Amelias. Now there's a million Amelias. Goals of feel was revealed, yeah. I feel ya. This goal keeps it real, yeah. I feel ya.
This is pretty good. I'm sorry. I know it's cringe as hell, but this guy did a good job on this thing. And it's got tons and tons of views, and it doesn't seem like it's stopping. Here's Dankula's dog. Yeah, England used to be pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you all left and formed America.
Yeah, we got all the malcontents, but it worked out okay.
The malcontents were the best part. Nobody remembers Lord Fuddy Duddy, but everybody remembers like.
And here's the last frame. They brought they did a thing about the price of RAM being too expensive. There's expensive RAM with some guy I can't recognize add fat JD Vance writing on the back of it as the final thing.
The Asian guy. Fuck, what's his name?
I don't know.
Oh fuck! I don't watch him that, but he's like he does YouTube. He was one of those guys that like somebody like a Sargon did a breakdown of their video. I think it might actually been James Lindsay. I don't know. Anyway, did a breakdown of his video and like he exploded, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's a based Asian. We want him on our team." And so he.
I just want Uncle Roger.
He just speaks very well and is right about most topics.
So I don't think Amelia's going away anytime soon. Yeah, I would like to think there are a million Amelias. That would be pretty great. It's nice to see the English nationalism starting to kick back in. I can't blame them.
Now, if only we could have some.
Well, Canada, you need your own Amelia.
Did you see what they dragged our fucking Olympic athletes out in?
No.
They look like they're homeless.
You know, I can't show one frame from the Olympics. We will just be nuked into oblivion.
It's Lululemon and it's garbage.
That sounds really terrible.
I mean, it literally looks like they have these big poofy garbage bags draped over. It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And I hate the Olympics, but whatever.
Well, especially the Winter Olympics. I'm sorry. I know that like lots of people like watching ice dancing and stuff, but I just can't get into it.
Hockey's good, but
curling is good. That's wholesome.
Curling's good.
The
skis and snowboarders are pretty good. I like watching them because that's something I will never in a million years be capable of doing. So
did we lose Assassin or is he still here?
No, he's still here.
Okay. So let me show, here's some fan service for Assassin. He'll like this.
I've got a lot of crew chiefs that have great sense of humor. But the crew chief on this A10 Warthog brings nose art to a whole new level. Famous cartoon character. Tell me in the comments his name. It rhymes with a very famous sound from this airplane. Bird.
I think
that's really great.
Hey, Ernie. Yeah, bird.
Yeah.
Man, the A10 is still so sexy.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love something that's just purpose built. You know, like the ER2, that was like the U2. It's an engine with big old long flimsy wings, and you just strap yourself to the front of it and pray. And the Warthog is basically a gun with stubby little wings and a titanium bucket to put your ass in. It's great.
It's an updated Mustang.
Yeah, the titanium bucket for your ass. That's perfect. You know, perfect airplane.
When the P-51s arrived in the Pacific and it started going up against the flimsy Zeros, that was a different story. All of a sudden.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. Trump administration's tongue-in-cheek names for immigration operations praised and slammed. I know there's nothing that about this whole topic that isn't going to get simultaneously praised and slammed. But they've been giving all kinds of little names. So Operation Dirtbag is the one in Florida. Operation Catahoula Crunch and Swamp Sweep in Louisiana. And Operation Catch of the Day in Maine.
I like that too.
I think, the Catahoula doesn't get enough airtime. Great dogs.
Yeah, they are amazing dogs.
Yeah.
Expensive dogs.
Yeah, but great dogs.
That is a great breed. Really, truly.
The names send a message that immigrants in the U.S. are subhuman, Congressman Jimmy Gomez, a California Democrat, told the Associated Press. Everything's going to just get spun for politics. I just don't care. Yeah. I mean, it's not as cool sounding a name as Crossfire Hurricane. Now, that was a pretty good name.
Or Operation Wetback.
Yeah, absolutely stupid thing to do, but Crossfire Hurricane, yeah, that's a good name, good naming scheme. So not all is well with the narrative of the poor people being abused by ICE and shot and killed. Here's an interview with a sister of one of the guys who, anyway, here, I'll let her tell her story.
So he is no victim. He is a violent person.
Sister of man shot by Border Patrol says he's no victim, calls him violent.
But first, new information on a man shot by a Border Patrol agent south of Tucson. His sister is speaking out, saying he's no victim. Thanks for joining us. I'm Valerie Cavazos. We're learning more about Patrick Gary Schlegel. He's in custody after the Border Patrol shot him yesterday morning on Arivaca Road. Agents say they were trying to pull him over for suspected human trafficking. 13 News reporter Kayla Butter brought you the late-breaking details on the shooting.
Yeah, he had people in the car, including one who was a Chinese national who's on the list of people we really don't want getting into the country. I mean,
maybe he was trying to round up this undesirable for the FBI.
Yeah, maybe.
I was actually making lunch, and a neighbor had called, and he heard it was my brother, and it just blew me away. I had no clue. I dropped my plate and was, holy crap, that's my brother.
Amber Schlegel recalls the moment she found out her brother, Patrick Gary Schlegel, was the man involved in a Border Patrol shooting. Patrick Schlegel, a U.S. citizen, is being charged with assault on a federal officer after he shot at a U.S. Customs and Border Protection helicopter that was working to locate him after he was found transporting illegal immigrants to the United States for money, according to his criminal complaint.
To hear that he's back running illegals again didn't surprise me, but to hear that he actually fired at federal agents, that took me by surprise.
Schlegel was
even your own sister knows you're a piece of shit. It comes out, and you
treats
hear
you appropriately.
And treats you appropriately. How many of these people? The narrative that they're trying to do. Everybody's always a saint, right? You know. So George Floyd was a saint. He wasn't a guy who stuck a gun in the belly of a pregnant woman. You know, no, absolutely not.
A criminal.
Yeah,
who was trying to pass phony $20 bills the day he died. Well, fuck that.
Yeah, now all these people, and so they're doing this hagiographies, I guess is I think I pronounced that right. Hagiography of these different people who've been shot. You know, like a teacher, just a nurse on the way to whatever. And then we got video of them, having like violent confrontations just a week before. It's like, no. Trouble is, far too many people believe this stuff because they're just hammering this narrative on every network except for Fox. And I think way too many people are starting to believe that there's more of a problem with the ICE thing. They're just trying to do their job. There was a rumor on Blue Sky that I heard about that supposedly ICE was going to show up at the Super Bowl and start arresting people. And I just asked the person who I heard this about, I said, so you think that would be an effective strategy? Just show up at the Super Bowl and start
get all those illegal aliens.
Just like, I mean, how would you even know somebody was an illegal alien if they were there? Doesn't make any sense, but that's the kind of rumor that's going around. You can't even go to the Super Bowl because you're going to get arrested or rounded up. And maybe a U.S. citizen, but they'll deport you anyway because that's what ICE does. No, it's just nonsense. Okay, I'm gonna be real for a moment. And if the police in these cities would do their job in terms of dealing with the people who are harassing, who are blocking the roads and doing this stuff, it's their job. It's the police in those cities who are choosing to stand down and that aren't doing their job that are putting these people at risk, because the ICE people should never have to even interact with these people that are blocking the road and causing these problems. But because the mayors in these towns and the local politicians won't let the police do their damn job, that forces the ICE people to interact with these protesters, in quotes.
And a majority of the people that ICE was going after initially were the people already in prison, in custody.
Mm-hmm.
But in places like Minneapolis, they said, no, you can't take them out of our prisons.
Yeah, well,
everywhere else, they were like, yeah, of course, come take them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this guy's illegal. Oh, we'll take him. You know, and it wasn't, contrary to some of the narratives online, it's not just Republican areas either. There were some Democrat areas that were like, yeah, these people are illegal. Okay, take them. We caught them on drug charges or driving recklessly or whatever. You know, generally minor things. but they were already in lockup, so they just let them go. It wasn't that big of a deal. That's why you don't see other places outside of Minneapolis, Portland, and Chicago. Things aren't really popping off.
Yeah. We have so much stuff we could get into. Let's just very quickly talk about this because I feel like this is an emerging story. California fraud being exposed. Just like I mean, everybody knew it was there, but finally we're starting to see some numbers. 18% of the whole country's home health care billing is coming out of Los Angeles County. That's insane. One doctor billed the government $120 million in a single year, claiming to oversee 1,900 patients. There are 2,000 hospice agencies in Los Angeles County. That's more than 30x more than the whole state of Florida and New York. And you would think you would need hospice place in a retirement place like Florida. A lot of older people.
That's where we
there.
send our old people.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be hearing crazy. Yeah, we're going to be hearing a lot more about this. It's not just California, but specifically like LA. I tell you, there's two different Californias, and you see this crap going on with the fires and all the stuff that goes on in LA. LA is really, really bad. Now, Oakland will give them a run for their money right now, but most of Northern California, including San Francisco, isn't as insane as these idiots. It's pretty bad. Oh well. Something to look forward to that we'll be talking about. There's some more suicidal stuff that California's doing. God, I don't even know where to begin. Maybe I should just save some of this stuff for later. Well, there is this, because might as well mention this since there's the Super Bowl coming up tomorrow. 75 quakes in one day in an East Bay city. The Calaveras fault has been kicking off like constantly. Just constantly. And it's having sometimes more than like a dozen quakes above 2.5 in one day, all in like this tiny little area. It's just absolutely nuts. I'm so glad I don't live there because I would just be on pins and needles all the time. This thrust fault in the East Bay is actually connected to the San Andreas. And if this thing kicks off, it's actually has the potential to be very disruptive, all around the entire Bay Area. This is like, it's not as powerful as the San Andreas, but like something that could be a 7, totally possible. And that would ruin your whole day.
2 weeks ago, we had just a sub 4 here. It's about as bad as we get. Canadian Shield keeps us pretty well insulated.
See, make sure I'm showing the right thing here. So I took a little look at the USGS earthquake map. These are quakes bigger than 2.5 on one day, just a few days ago. I think this was actually on January 31st, so last Sunday. And look they're all just right there. Doesn't that's very concerning to me. Oh well, we'll see what happens, right? Oh, and for the time being, Republican Steve Hilton leads California governor fundraising as pool of Democrats lag. Hilton's actually still coming on strong, the political commentator. Yeah, are you familiar with him?
Sounds familiar.
Well, he's been on Fox a bunch of times. I think he's English. So he'd be another Schwarzenegger type governor probably. But I'll take it. Anybody who's not one of these Democrats. That terrible woman who yells at her staff and the rest of them. Oh yeah, and
okay, yeah, I know him. Yeah.
And here's a beautiful one, Scap. California bill would make fossil fuel companies help pay for rising insurance costs. So what they're claiming, the person who's trying to put this bill together, I'll just read the part I highlighted. A bill that would make oil and gas companies pay for rising insurance costs due to climate-related disasters was introduced this week in the legislature. SB 982, the Affordable Insurance Recovery Act, God, what a beautiful name, would authorize California's Attorney General to file civil litigation against fossil fuel companies to recover losses from climate-induced disasters suffered by policyholders and the state's insurer of last resort. because I think what we really need to do is give the fuel companies in California even more reason to want to just leave. I feel like they have not learned a lesson. Skep is muted. So, well, because I've talked about how the refineries are closing, right? We're losing 20% of our refining capacity right now. You're almost stupid to stay in California because look at all the legal liability that you have just by doing business in this state. Especially since everything that happens is caused by global warming. Every time there's a fire, it must be caused by global warming. So why not?
That's just a tell for who to bill for these putative blame costs. This becomes a part of the game.
Well, how about some palate cleansers? Hey, Sora.
Please.
Yes.
Sora.
I have a palate
Yes,
cleanser. I have a palate cleanser that I think is going to break you. But
Do it.
we'll see.
Like Ivan Drago?
Look at it. It's a little DoorDash delivery robot. What do you think, Sora?
I want it. This is the future that was promised, and
Yep.
I wanted. Look at his eyes.
Yeah, and then you open it up, and your nuggies are in there.
So cute.
I have to say that's a really good design. And it looks like instead of it driving around like a car, it's functioning more like a bicycle. It's not just getting in the middle of traffic or riding around on the sidewalks like those terrible robots that I've complained about before. I knew you would like that robot. I just knew it.
Awesome. That is awesome stuff.
Yeah, pretty good. We'll probably get copy struck on that. That's okay.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. You know, it was worth it though. So Skep, you're talking
sir.
about the Iran situation.
My God.
You know, you've heard of memes, right?
Yeah.
And AI.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here you go.
Oh boy.
Iran so far away.
I'm getting deja vu. This is like Iraq War number 2. Iraq War number 2.
With J.D. Vance on guitar and Marco on drums.
Oil supplies. I'd be ashamed if someone invaded you. If someone invaded you. And I ran so far away. Bomb I bomb them night and day. But destroy USA.
It's pretty great. So this is from Dr. Folksotic. It's Iran in quote parens so far away. I don't want to play the whole thing. This is like 3 minutes. Actually, I do. I just don't want to get in trouble. This is pretty great.
Bombs come falling down on you. Mushroom clouds in view.
That's excellent. This is a very nationalistic show tonight.
It is.
Yeah.
We may well be in a shooting war this time next week.
Yeah.
In fact,
that won't be fun at all.
It may be over.
Let's see. We got a lot of palate cleansers. We could probably do one more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could do one more. Let's see. Who do I? Okay, here's no, that's a bit much. Can't do that. Okay, Japanese volleyball player. This is pretty safe. Japanese volleyball player makes the most genuine apology after accidentally hitting somebody with his serve. If it ever loads. Let's try it. Let's retry. Yeah. Maybe it got pulled. Maybe the internet is a lie. Maybe everything is terrible. Oh, guess we're not going to look at that right now. Oh, let's see. Woman shows up to court drunk.
You smell alcohol, I'm told, Miss Hinkle. Are you drunk?
I was drinking last night.
Are you drunk?
No.
We're going to give you a PBT, okay? You got a .166.
I was drinking until 4 o'clock and I didn't. No.
This is like Kamala Harris in about 5 years.
Yep.
Like, I couldn't believe that was me.
You're still drunk. Who drove here?
My friend,
Is this the guy here? Did he drive?
Sir Ronald Raymond Hamilton, the 11th president.
Slow down. What? Hang
She
on.
is the liquor.
The 11th president to the United States president.
What's his name?
Sir Ronald Raymond Hamilton.
You know, you gotta.
Pledge allegiance.
I'm sorry?
Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance? Is that what you said?
Okay.
This would make my whole
my
day.
gosh.
Because I mean, really, imagine you're a judge. This would just break up the monotony, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, one more. Okay.
People acting out are going to be. It lives forever. I'm just
Okay.
saying. All right.
Some terrifically titled papers from a discovered collection of NASA research documents found in a skip. So we got some good ones here. These are mostly from like the 50s, 60s, 70s. See, structural margins observed immediately prior to exceedance. Okay. Preliminary analysis of unexpected wobble in rigidly non-wobbling systems. Sure, why not? Observe performance of components known to have been installed backwards. This is your tax dollars at work. Cognitive load implications of acronyms referring to other acronyms.
That's not real.
That's so government. Oh, it is absolutely real. These are real NASA technical reports.
I don't doubt that.
Acronyms.
I don't doubt that.
Thermal
As
characteristics.
other acronyms.
Thermal characteristics of materials described informally as probably inflammable.
This kind of verbiage could come from BU ships, NAVSEA, any number of the equipment and scientific parts of the Navy or any of the services that run stuff like this quite a bit, really.
On the repeated survival of systems never intended to work.
On the repeated survival of systems never intended to work.
The effect of clipboards on perceived authority in test environments.
Actually, walking around with a clipboard, you're not going to believe this, but that was a topic of conversation when I was a young officer, was the fact that if you walked around with a clipboard with a list of things, it meant that you had listed out your tasks and you were going, it was a sign of being squared away, was to have a clipboard and be checking off stuff to get done, because on board a ship, that's all you do is you just do the next task, and there's somebody who's feeding you tasks, and then there's somebody who devises the task, and that's what officers do.
Well, functional know what I'm talking about. So when you see a guy in a restaurant and he's carrying more keys than everybody else, you basically know he's in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the key to the liquor cabinet and the walk-in and the storage area in the back and the front door. Let's see. Anomalous results which persist despite strong management disapproval. Okay. A preliminary assessment of the moon's apparent disinterest in our activities.
That's a little tongue in cheek.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I like the fact that somebody found this in the trash and then basically said, yeah, I think make a collection of these, and then Harry can laugh at it.
Excellent.
I was amused. I particularly like the thermal characteristics of materials described informally as probably inflammable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Is it actually inflammable or probably inflammable? Oh, do help me keep an eye on chat.
I need better. You do better at that.
Serenity is not feeling great, but she's in the chat helping people find videos, which is good. So we were actually having a show and I was talking about nonsense. Let's see, where do we want to go from here? Okay, so well, this might divide the room. In fact, it probably will, and I'm going to be the only one on one side of this thing. But did you know that they're going to keep the Grand Tour going even though the three guys have retired? Jeremy and Hammond and James May. So they've retired because they're old and it's just exhausting trying to make that kind of show. But Amazon is going to make another season of it with 3 new people. And here's sort of the intro thing from Jeremy. So you can see who it is, and then you can decide for yourself whether it's a good idea, a bad idea, or the stupidest idea ever.
These are the CVs from all the people who want to be a presenter on the new Grand Tour show. No, full beard. Hello, my name's James May. God, he sounds a god. Hello. Claims he once held a 1,300-meter drift. Zero evidence has been uncovered. Frequently presents an opinion as if it is fact, and then if challenged, will change the subject.
Thomas Holland, he's one.
Funny man. Oh, and I know this one. He's the train man from the internet. Yes, he's got a cycling proficiency test, 20/20 vision, but claims he can see behind him. Yes. No. What a moustache. No. I'm 5'4". Once reviewed an entire car using only sarcasm. Height. Depends on what dating app you find him on. That's funny. You lot, I'm afraid, were unlucky.
So that's our 3 new people. Okay, so...
Wait, the actual train kid?
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, there's your new group.
Aw, good for him.
And you know what I like about this? Because everybody else can take a giant dump on this. But what I like about this is you're not looking at them going, okay, so there's the replacement for one guy. There's the replacement for the other guy. There's a replacement.
Not mapping them.
It's like 3 different guys.
It's a
totally different. And it really hinges on what's the chemistry between these guys.
Yeah.
Does it come off as real or fake? Because even though there was friction between the 3 guys who did Top Gear and the Grand Tour, this could work. I mean, it's got way more promise than Starfleet Academy, which has no promise. It's terrible.
Starfleet Academy is some sort of monument to human stupidity.
By the way, I tried to watch that just because I didn't want somebody. I did, because I didn't want one of you guys going, well, you haven't actually watched it. Well, okay, I tried. I tapped out really fast. I can't. It's that bad.
What was your Waterloo? What sent you running?
I don't want to think about it. It's that whole scene with this stupid captain lady running around without shoes, sitting on the bridge. Like, I don't know. It's just, and then when Paul Giamatti
further than I did.
Paul Giamatti shows up, I'm just like, no, just this show needs to just. It's just
Paul
I can't.
Giamatti led himself to this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's not good. But this, I'm willing to give this a chance. I think
this looks fun.
It might be good. It might be terrible. But
what is it?
It's the Grand Tour, the thing on Amazon that was the follow-on to Top Gear.
No idea.
Well, did you ever see Top Gear?
Nope.
Okay, well then this is topic. This is not really for you.
Never mind.
Sora, did you ever see Top Gear?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
quite a few episodes. I didn't follow it, but if it was on TV, I would watch it.
Yeah, it was a perfectly.
I liked it. It's fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. Watching them drop pianos on Morris Minors was actually pretty great. There was a lot of great tomfoolery in that show.
We had
my
a
favorite,
Morris Minor.
Hold on. Let Sora go. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we have to be really nice to her because her audio is crap and she's she can't make herself heard. Sorry, Sora. Go ahead.
That's okay. I was there's a funny episode where they took the supercars, I think it was to Paris.
Yeah.
And they're so low down that they're trying to get out of parking spaces. And he's completely destroying under the car and getting laughed up by the friend.
Yeah.
Great. I worked that.
Yeah, no, that was actually pretty good. There are a lot of great Top Gear moments. Too many to count, practically. Sorry, Skep, go ahead.
I was going to say Morris Minors are great cars to crush.
Yeah.
My family, we had a Morris Minor when I lived in Belgium, and the great thing about it was it had holes in the floor, and you could see the road going by. And I used to watch the road between my legs, sitting in the passenger seat, because one of the biggest holes was right in front of the passenger in the front seat.
Well, my dad had a similar setup with an Austin Healey Sprite, And he, my mom got to look at the, well, before she was my mom, got to look at the road through the hole in the, like the one that you're talking about. It seems like it's always on the passenger side, doesn't it?
That's funny. The Morris Minor that we had replaced an Austin that we owned. I'm not making this up. That's really true. What an unusual coincidence. Not many people even know about Austin automobiles.
Well, my dad was a tall son of a bitch, and the idea of him in an Austin Healey Sprite is already hilarious. Okay, that's not.
Yeah, we had an
he looks like a Shriner in a clown car. You know, I mean, it's just like
we had the family sedan, the Austin American. Yeah, not like a Healey, not the Sport Coupe, which is what you're talking about. That was the sports car.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, the nice thing about those cars was that England had such shitty roads that they had to have at least halfway decent suspension. And so they didn't have like the greatest engines. They weren't the most reliable things, but those cars tended to be fun to drive because they were built for a place where what they had to do just to survive translated them to being, kind of a lively, fun to drive car in the U.S. I mean, if you could keep the damn thing, if the motor
they were nimble, but the fuel pump would break, and
everything would break.
Everything in those
quality English engineering
crap.
Yeah. Good times. All right, let's see. Let's talk about a little bit of tech stuff. Okay, this is annoying because I cannot remember what I'm about to click on. Okay, well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
This might not sound this crazy.
Oh, yeah, this. There was an app called Notepad++ that got massively hacked. It hasn't been in the news very much, but a lot of people use this app. And what happened was bad actors who wanted to get access to notes of people that they thought were important hacked into distribution sites and actually modified the packages. Not everybody got the modified packages. They were actually targeting people of interest that they wanted to get information from.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a pretty sophisticated thing.
Very nice.
This is why you sign your packages.
Oh, shit.
Why there's a cryptographic signature on them so that you can't just
2-byte number on there that can't be hacked.
Well,
this is one of the craziest hacks that I've read about in a very long time. So state-sponsored hackers, I'm here in China, actually hacked the update mechanism of this app, Notepad++, which is pretty popular. But how they did it is the craziest part. They didn't hack Notepad++. They didn't hack like their targets directly. They hacked the hosting provider of notepad++.org, which is where the updates came from. So if you tried to download an update for Notepad++, certain very targeted users that China was interested in hacking got a malicious update. This is absolutely...
Yeah. Jesus. This should really give people pause.
Outstanding.
There have been a number of really bad hacks that have happened in the last several years. Yeah.
The data dumps, that's a gift that keeps on giving. Love getting those things, Your data was in a data dump. Sorry.
Yeah. So, you Windows users, I think all three of you use Windows, right? Like for gaming or for something.
Yeah, I use Windows because I know it.
Yeah, well, there's
I can use Ubuntu or whatever. I would just use Unix commands.
Well, there's a stripped down version of Windows 11 called Atlas OS, and it's kind of notable because, I mean, I know there are other versions of these things where they go through and they take out all the bloatware, so you end up with a nice slim, you send it with something with a smaller footprint and less crap, but they've actually allowed you to optionally disable some of the security stuff. So like in areas where there's security, instead of just stripping it out, they give the user the option. And this is a thing where you can still get updates. You can still get updates and subscriptions and all that stuff. With this, they just took out a lot of the terrible bloat. So, a lot of the stuff that you don't like about Windows is just not in this release, but it's still Windows, and you can just use it. I'm kind of thinking if I set up a gaming system, this might be the right thing to put on it if I don't just run
I'm gonna
Linux.
look into this.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do is I know enough about Windows where I can debloat your system. I can take all the crap out of that and make it, but it's a constant thing. And every time you get an update, some of the bloatware gets reinstalled. Sometimes sometimes it doesn't even tell you that.
Yep.
Kind of mean. And the other thing, the installing bloatware in Windows you have to be concerned about is if you ever do raw updates to the registry, you better know which hive you're updating and why, because what will happen is in an update, you'll get stuff changed in back of you, and that can really be hard to sort out.
Mm-hmm.
You won't know. You won't know what registry key you changed unless you keep a record of it and really know what that key is, what that hive is, what it does, and why it exists, whether or not it's a volatile or non-volatile hive, for example.
Well, this is basically you install Windows 11 and then you run a playbook, and it gives you options on which things you want to basically rip out. So it says once you're on the desktop, use the AIM wizard to apply the Atlas playbook, which makes a wide range of modifications to Windows 11, such as aligning the taskbar icons to the left, disabling animations, disabling or removing a wide variety of privacy invasive features, which in some cases can't be re-enabled. At the end of the day, though it's still Windows, everything works as you'd want on a Windows computer to work, and all your apps run just as they did before. Nothing changes, except you'll be significantly less bothered by Microsoft's attempts at selling you one thing or another. So this looks like there's literally no downside to doing this. It's still licensed by Windows. You can still get security updates. There's literally no downside to this, except you just have to know enough to run the playbook and remove this stuff. But it makes all of the annoying stuff that you could do by hand a lot easier.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. This is a thing that will do what I sit there and pick at and kind of spend a half a day on every time I get an update.
Yeah, this could save you a tremendous amount of time, Scap.
I would like this. Because every time I get an update, I get all the Dell stuff back, and then I have to uninstall all the goddamn Dell stuff.
Yep. So France dumps Zoom and Teams as Europe seeks digital autonomy from the US. So yeah, get rid of all these
Zoom.
Things. What?
Yeah, get rid of Zoom. It's not a useful program.
Yeah, it's not a useful program.
Idiots.
And Teams, which
cutting off their nose to spite their face.
Well, I mean, they're going to run some other damn thing, but they just don't want the U.S. having.
Right.
We talked about how Microsoft was pretty happy to just hand stuff over to the government. Didn't put up much of a fight.
Yeah.
So I think if I was France, I wouldn't necessarily want to use Teams for any government stuff either. I don't know if I would trust it.
I wouldn't use Teams for anything that I wanted confidentiality on.
Yeah, don't do that. I hope you're not planning on buying memory anytime soon, Functional. Memory suppliers are reportedly taking zero chances on being on the losing end of DRAM contracts, hardwiring higher prices into every new agreement.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't want to get screwed, so they're basically hardwiring in the higher prices, and in a number of the contracts that for long-term supplier contracts, they are putting in a thing where basically if they get screwed on memory prices even after they've jacked the price up, there's a true-up at the end where they can get yet more money to make up the difference. They're not messing around. RAM prices are not going down anytime soon.
They're buying a put. That's buying a put.
Yep. Yep.
They're locking it. They're price locking. That's what that is.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and what are you going to do? There's only like 3 or 4 memory, unless you want to buy memory from China. There's only about 3 or 4 manufacturers you can go to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Business.
Well, this is slightly terrifying. Let's see. Chat's going to love this. Actually, everybody's going to love this except for, New site lets AI rent human bodies. So when the AI decides that it can't do all the things it wants to do, there's a site called rentahuman.ai where AI agents can actually search, book, and pay humans for physical world tasks. Yeah, well, the AI can't do things itself.
We're finally
wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, future is now.
Yep. When Unpronounceable launched Rent a Human on Monday, he boasted that he already had over 130 people listed on the platform, including an OnlyFans model and the CEO of an AI startup. A claim that couldn't be verified. 2 days later, the site boasted over 73,000 rentable MeWads. Yeah. Going to have an AI as a boss? I mean, it'll cut down on the sexual harassment, but other than that, this makes me sad.
I just wonder what the leering curve is like.
The leering curve is very steep, Skep.
But I can't rent a meatwad.
Yeah. Dude, you only get 20 minutes on the weight bench. You get nothing. Nothing for you. I did find one funny... Oh, well, I guess we should probably talk about this briefly. Dutch authorities allegedly seize VPN server without a warrant. Company claims that law enforcement will return it after analyzing the device fully. So there's a VPN company. Dutch authorities basically seize one of the servers. Don't have a warrant for it. Don't know whether that's legal for the Dutch to do that or not, but I would assume it's probably not legal.
It's super not legal.
And a bunch of people, including them, are the people who run the VPN company, are saying, THUR, all they're going to see is like an installation of Ubuntu because all of the logs and the VPN stuff only lives in memory. There's nothing they can do about it. See, this is what I like to call a lack of imagination. Mm-hmm. This is where people don't realize, I guess they don't know what they don't know.
I just smile.
So if you have a server and all of this stuff is in memory and they're going to a data center and grabbing the server, but they're claiming that nobody can get access to the data on it, what is the easy way to circumvent that? Does anybody know? Because this isn't like some state secret. Any one of you guys know? You have an inkling of this Sora functional SCAP?
So give me I'm sorry, restate the problem again.
So you've got a server running in a data center.
Yeah.
And somebody says, well, all of the data that you would want to get access to is in memory. So if you take this thing, there's not going to be anything there for you because when you look at the disk and reboot it, it's just basically vanilla Ubuntu. Mm-hmm. What's the way around this?
Well, what's the objective? What are you trying?
You got a guess, Sora?
Out of it, then put it into something else as well.
No, the thing is the memory will stop holding anything as soon as you cut the power.
Like the storage.
Well, that's what I was going to ask is, are you just trying to get rid of what's in memory? Just turn it off.
No. This is a thing that people don't realize. This is like when you steal laptops that are in people's bags and things, the same thing can happen. The same thing can happen with phones. Things that are in data centers are usually dual connected to different power supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all you do is you just bring your UPS with you. You unplug one end of it, plug it into the UPS, unplug the other end of it, plug it into the UPS. This thing stays powered up, and as long as it's powered up and somebody has physical access to it, there are ways to read what's in that memory.
I see what now I see what you were going for. Okay, yeah.
So
obviously you could do that,
and I'm really shocked because the people at Tom's Hardware didn't think of that when they wrote this article about this whole thing. So why would they take a server if there's nothing except what's in memory?
Maybe they didn't want to say that.
This is not like some secret thing. Okay, this is like a thing that bad actors already know about. So I didn't feel like I couldn't put that out there. But yeah. The fact that it's in a data center is what happens, but this also can happen with laptops. People go, oh, I locked my laptop. The disk is encrypted. So if somebody steals my laptop, they don't have access to it. Oh, not so fast, Sparky.
Yeah.
Is it powered on?
Yeah.
because the keys to read the data from the encrypted disk are in memory. You don't have to read all the memory. You just have to find that key in the memory. And then you can read whatever you want off the disk after that.
Rather easily found, too.
Anyway, a little boring. Sorry about that. But, just... Okay, so...
The Dutch are cracking down.
So this is fun. This is... well, here, I'll let this guy speak for himself.
You may not know about, okay? We're going to start off by going to this website. This is the U.S. Department of Justice. And you can...
so Bash is a shell. So they're trying to find the reference manual for Bash because, you can never have too many of those.
You may not know about, okay? We're going to start off by going to this website. This is the U.S. Department of Justice, and you can see we're on this specific library. So we're going to scroll down here. Are you 18 years of age or older? Let's go ahead and hit yes. And then we'll verify the age. Very simple. We'll get this little pop-up. Now we can scroll down and we can actually search. So let's go ahead and search for the Bash reference manual. And it's loading, and here we go. So let's go ahead and click the first link that pops up. Look at this. Bash reference manual, reference documentation for Bash, and if we scroll down, we have everything we could possibly...
So I don't know why there's a copy of the PDF for the Bash language reference in the Epstein archives, but apparently there is. So if you're out there and you can't find your copy of the Bash reference manual, just go to the Epstein archive of all the stuff that they've pulled out of the Epstein files, and just type in Bash reference manual and you'll get a copy of that PDF.
It's probably redacted.
So convenient. So convenient. I wonder how much other useful stuff is in the Epstein files.
What other is there a seashell manual? Are there other shell manuals?
Dude, seashell is hot garbage.
Teasing.
It really is. Okay, we're not going to talk.
That's not a discussion we need to have right now.
No, it isn't, and I'm not going to tell you about the time I discovered it by watching it implode. Let's see, craziest hack. We already did that one. Oh, I did want to show you this. A little esoteric, but this is like one of the best videos showing what a data recovery looks like on a hard drive I've ever found. It's like super short, and it shows like somebody who really, really, really knows what they're doing. Like this guy's way out of my league. He's got tools I don't have. I thought this might be kind of interesting.
My customer was copying 3 terabytes of pictures out of his hard drive, and while it was reading, his cat rolled up and knocked it off the table. The hard drive instantly stopped working, and he just lost years of his life. His cat's last life is now in danger, so let's see if we can be their hard drive cat savior. Another company attempted to recover the data, but they had no luck. I'm always scared to pop the hood on these hard drives because you never know what you're gonna find.
I don't know if any of you have taken apart a hard drive, but that's what it looks like inside.
Take apart the drive, and this is what the head stack looks like. This is what reads and writes the files from the platters. Now let's take a look at the heads under a microscope, and we can see that the heads are mangled, and this one head is missing. Using my last brain cell, I would assume that the head is stuck to the platter's surface. So this is our plan. Let's remove the platters from the hard drive, find that missing head, and then analyze all the platters for any scratches. We'll need to remove all 5 platters one by one. Then we can check all 10 platter surfaces for any damage. And look at this. See this little black square on the platter? This is the missing reading head. So let's carefully pop it off the platter, and we need to be extremely careful not to touch the surface. Now we have to lock.
Yeah, this shit is so delicate. This is amazing work this guy's doing.
We have to carefully clean and analyze all of these platters, and if we forget which way the platters go back in, it's game over, we're cooked. Okay, the platters look surprisingly good, with no deep scratches at a level 6, and no deep grooves at a level 7. Now we need a fresh pair of replacement heads, then we can install...
You just basically use another drive of the same type as a sacrifice to get the parts that you need to work with these platters.
Pull it into my customer's drive, and boom, the hardware part of this job is done. Easy enough, let's keep going. Let's plug in some SATA cables along with the terminal adapter to talk to the drive. Let's tell the drive to unlock the ROM so we can access the service area. After doing this, we have full control of its brain. Then let's tech unlock the drive, and we can see that we have a proper ID and we have full access to the firmware, which is amazing. The first thing we need to do is back up all of the important service area files.
Yeah, that's a little foreshadowing.
Most of these files are unique to the drive, so if they become corrupt, we can lose all of the data and
This
all
is
of
not
our
a healthy
hard work is
drive.
gone. There's 2 copies of the service area on this drive, and we can see that one of the media cache files is damaged. But when we go to sector edit, we can see that we actually have full access to the data. Let's go ahead and edit some firmware to stabilize the drive before we start reading any data. And while I was doing this, the second copy of the media cache file became corrupt, bricking the drive. So now we can see that the drive is stuck in a busy state. This is why we always back up the service area first, because things can just catastrophically fail. So we had to lock in and upload the translator and the media cache files to the RAM. Now if we open data extractor, we can see all of the files, and we can see that the data adds up to 3.5 terabytes.
And they can get the guy's data off now and put it on something that isn't busted.
Nicely done.
Nice work, MD Repairs LLC. I mean, you get into that thing where you're tweaking the firmware, on a byte by byte basis and all that sort of stuff.
That harkens back to the old Norton utilities. We used to do this when the drives were simpler back in the days of DOS 3.1, roughly. 3.1 to about 4.0.
Well, I've done data recovery from disks that are damaged, where the hardware's okay, but the disk surface is damaged. I've done that. And I've taken disks apart and Frankenstein together new working disks from them. But this extra little bit where he's monkeying with the firmware on the drive,
that's kind of awesome.
That's just chef's kiss. One geek to another. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's real nerdistry.
Technologica.
Real nerdistry.
That's some real craftsmanship there.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's
Strictly
see.
nerdsmanship.
Should we look at casual misogyny? Sure, why not?
Why not?
Are protesting the platform together, all because of a single feature update. Didi, often called the Chinese version of Uber, the platform introduced an option that lets female passengers match only with female drivers. The goal was to improve safety and comfort for women. However, many female drivers say the change has created new problems. Some female passengers had complained about male drivers. They said some cars were messy, had bad smells, or that some drivers were rude. A few also said they felt unsafe. In response, Didi rolled out the women-only matching feature. But several female drivers are now protesting. They say many female passengers treat them with the same behavior they once criticized. Some passengers arrive 10 to 20 minutes late. Others ask to be dropped off in no parking zones and get angry if the driver refuses.
I think the main problem here is that a lot of the Chinese women who use these drive apps might be a little unreasonable.
A little bit demanding.
I mean, it's really a no-win situation because if they want to feel safe because of the having female drivers, that's one thing. I was actually thinking about taking a Waymo for the first time because I need to sell this motorcycle and it might be convenient to take a Waymo and it's $20, probably about $7 or $8 more than taking a rideshare thing. I think it's totally worth it not to have to deal with another human being. I could be a misanthrope too. Serenity sent me a note, said that people were asking what bash was, and I realized it's like, oh God, I apologize. I should have explained what it is. On a Windows system when you use the command line, well, bash is basically like the shell on a Linux or a Unix system. I think you can actually run under Cygwin on Windows too. It's like kind of like Windows PowerShell, but it's really powerful because you can actually write and script fully functional programs in it, in addition to it just being your command line. So you can just like look at the files in a directory and move around and do stuff, but you can do a lot more than that because it's basically a programming language that you can run in your shell. So on any given day,
in fairness, PowerShell is too.
Yeah, on any given day, Harry might just string together a whole bunch of commands on one line that's essentially a program that's a one-off to do something. It's a great program, but yeah, it didn't occur to me. People don't know what bash is. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So, yeah, because this whole rideshare thing, I think the Waymo thing's going to really kind of take off because you get a really nice, clean car, lots of leg room. You don't have to force a conversation with somebody if you don't want to. What?
No human.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
So I'm going to sell that motorcycle and I'm definitely going to take a Waymo when I drop it off. Should be fine.
So when are you selling this motorcycle?
I've been waiting for, it's a pretty efficient, smaller one. So I was thinking that once fuel prices go up in California more, I can get a better price for it.
Gotcha.
But I don't want to re-register it, and I don't want to pay insurance any longer. So I may just take the hit just so I have more room to park.
There you go.
Yeah.
One less thing to worry about.
Okay, so Sora, I know you're audio challenged today, but I need to make sure you're seeing this.
I am here.
Okay, so I've been complaining about the thing that I kind of am wistful for from the past is the big hair. I really kind of miss the big hair that women have. So this is the Zoomers are rediscovering the 80s through first principles. So this young woman discovers hairspray, and it all goes terribly, terribly well. Look how happy she is.
She using Elnet.
I don't know what she's using, but it seems to be working great. She's so happy. And now she has big hair.
Just why am I thinking about that movie? There's something about Mary.
To God.
I got to tell you, it makes me that hair makes me so nostalgic. It used to be just like almost everybody had hair like that. Not that it was worth all the effort, mind you. Yeah.
Even I had hair like that.
Long flowing locks. Were you Samson-like?
No, I was just.
You know,
I was just a guitar player.
I've never had long hair.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
Required to have long hair in college.
Yeah. So yeah, Gen Z
took care of that.
are rediscovering the 80s through first principles. I mean, it is 40 something years, right? Isn't that the time for trends to cycle? Supposedly every 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah. Yeah, bring back the big hair. It's fun. You guys will like it.
I love hairspray. Hairspray, hair mousse, great.
You know what I don't like is when, I know it's horribly sexist of me, but I would have some lady cut my hair and then she'd want to put product in it when she was done. I'm like, God, no, don't.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah,
I don't want product in my hair.
That's the way I am now.
And once I switched to 2 wheels, it actually saved me a lot of trouble because then I can go, oh, I can't put my motorcycle helmet on. No, sorry. So sorry. Now I have an excuse to not get product, but mostly I just hate having that stuff in my hair.
Yep, exactly.
I know. I'm such a hypocrite. I think women look beautiful with the big hair, but I don't want any of that stuff in my hair. I know. I suck. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this happened. Plastic surgeons urge waiting until age 19 for gender surgery. So the American Society of Plastic Surgeons did, and then right after that, because this has been happening in Europe all along, the AMA is coming out with a similar recommendation.
Yeah, this is covering their butts.
Well, there was a very expensive lawsuit where somebody who had regret over a transitioning sued and got a whole bunch of money. And also, the other thing is in the first thing, let's see, where is it right here? They actually say, announced the change on Tuesday. This is the plastic surgeons. Said there is not enough quality research showing long-term benefits of surgery for teens and that newer evidence point to treatment complications and potential harms.
You wouldn't say that if Kamala Harris was president.
Yeah, there is no data to suggest that you can predict who will benefit from surgery and who will have a negative outcome. That's true. You can't.
Always.
This requires taking the side of caution, which means deferring or postponing these surgeries until the age of 19.
Wow.
I feel like the world is healing. That's just common sense.
Yeah. Or at least not being actively crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, not making irreversible changes, because you got to pick a side. You can't just in one breath say, oh, you know, these people who are 18 and 22 taking out these student loans, they're not old enough to understand what they're doing, and then simultaneously say that a 12-year-old should be able to decide to have themselves sterilized.
Yeah.
You got to pick. You got to pick one. You know, are 12-year-olds empowered to make these kinds of decisions, or but not? Yeah, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around the cognitive dissonance that these people have. It doesn't make any sense to me. But this is in line with what's been happening in the UK, as I understand it. You know, with all the problems with Tavistock and the other places. The numbers of people who and governments and organizations that are supporting people having irreversible transformations when they're in their teens, it's shrinking fast.
I hope so.
There's some people that are, zealots who are trying to push this stuff individually, but the big associations are now on the side of something that seems a lot more rational.
If I were a young lawyer trying to build my practice, my personal injury practice, this is a fertile area of law, I think, right now.
Yeah. Sorry to sneak something so heavy in at the end, but I was just scrolling and go, oop, forgot that one.
Yeah. We address the important stuff here at Minions.
Hey, you want to talk about Legos?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you do. Who doesn't want to talk about Legos? Let's see. Ice. Where's Lego? Come on, Lego.
I just don't want to step on them.
Yeah, they hurt like hell, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, the Lego thing will wait. We cannot let this wait. Okay, so Sora, I found somebody who hates fish even more than I do. This is a fantastic channel, which I recommend to absolutely everybody. So here's a part of his thing on why it sucks to be born a tilapia fish called trash fish. Okay.
This you
with males who can
secretly?
actually see.
No.
Skip forward 5 weeks, and the wound on your side hasn't healed right. It keeps opening, getting infected, closing, opening again. You can feel it now, a constant ache that makes swimming hurt. Then you notice other fish acting weird. The healthy tilapia near you start spinning in circles. Their bodies bend sideways. One of them has eyes bulging out of its head like they're about to pop. Another has red blotches spreading across its silver skin. A
Poor
bacterial infection
tilapia.
just hit your lake. Streptococcus.
So
It kills
he goes on to describe the miserable life of a tilapia. This is just one little thing. They're being attacked by parasites and all sorts of things, and getting cataracts and bacteria and all that sort of stuff. And you look at the sum total of all of his stuff, and it's like, why it sucks to be born as a telescope fish. Why does it, there's just like so much stuff in here in all the videos that he's got, why it sucks to be remora, tilapia. And he's got all these videos just about like, about fish that are miserable. Why it sucks to be born as a red lip batfish, can't swim, can't die.
The lancet fish that eats itself.
Yeah.
That's great.
Nature tortured this guy.
Can't see,
Telescope
can't
fish,
eat.
they're so cute.
He was in pain forever.
Eats poop.
This guy hates fish way more than I do. I can't even come close to the level of fish hatred that this guy. This is dedication. This is really good. I think there's one way down here. Oh yeah, why it sucks to be born as Nemo, a clownfish. That's good.
Eats until it explodes.
Yeah, evolution's dumbest mistake. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is a great channel. I totally recommend it. Here's the sunfish one.
Interlife is one of the smallest baby fish in the ocean, literally smaller than a grain of rice. While other fish babies at least look like mini versions of their parents, you're just a weird spiky ball floating around with a tail. And you're not alone. You're born with thousands of siblings, all of you looking like confused tiny puffs drifting wherever the ocean takes you. You'll need to grow 60 million times bigger, assuming you don't get eaten in the next 5 minutes. Your first day is basically a game of don't get eaten on hard mode. The ocean is full of hungry mouths, and right now you're about as threatening as a floating piece of dust.
Yeah, it goes on to just talk about how terrible it is. Okay, talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll be right back.
We need more sunfish.
I agree.
I think sunfish show us how not to be in life. And that puts us way ahead in the hindsight rates. If you know how not to act, that's half of successful living, to be honest. But what do I know?
Just
Assassin of the Grace says,
no.
what? I'm sorry, say that again.
Oh,
Hello?
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just looking that Assassin of the Grace says no hetero man gets a septum piercing. That's an interesting insight.
What was that in relation to?
He was says he is gay. He's not come out of the closet yet. This is Bad Bunny, I think he's talking about. You look at him for more than 1 minute,
Oh.
your gaydar goes off. Septum piercing, no hetero man gets those.
I didn't watch at all. I don't know. I find like all of with the award shows and stuff, I keep forgetting that they're on it. They're just not relevant to me anymore, I guess. Whether because the people are insufferable who are at the award shows or what.
There's that.
But yeah.
Sorry about that.
Insufferable. The judging kind of feels a little bit corrupted and scripted.
Yeah.
There's award shows. They used to be interesting. Used to get to see some interesting people. Now, things have changed, and those who's going to get the awards and who's going to be ignored, and it doesn't really have to do with quality. It has to do with who people like.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry about
back,
that,
Harry.
No, I just neglected something and had to go deal with it. Okay, so let's see. NASA papers. Let's see, that can wait. That's probably going to get us canceled. Yeah, no. Okay, no, we're not doing that. Let's try the Japanese volleyball thing again. Okay, here we go. He's like, he hits her by accident. That's his apology. The Japanese volleyball players are very polite. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with his dedication. He's very sorry. Good job, Japan. We're gonna save that for after the show.
It's interesting. There's some very low bowing right there. That's very meaningful.
It is very meaningful. So here's a clip of Pat Morita talking about Red Fox. This is probably only going to appeal to Skep, but that's okay.
Explain to Red, chance to buy a house. I'm $3,500 short. I'll pay you back any way I can. So he said, ain't got no small change on me right now, but calls his secretary over with a thumb snap. Bring me my checkbook. And as he's writing, before he signed his name, he says, now look here, I don't want to hear about no papers, no payback, no interest, no IOU, no nothing. So you want to pay me back? I know you're going to make it one day, son. You do this for somebody. Explain to Red, chance to buy a house. I'm $3,500 short. I'll pay you back any way I can. So he said, ain't got no small change on me right now, but calls his secretary over with a...
Yeah, that's a pretty good Red Fox impersonation, isn't it?
That's a great Red Fox.
Who knew that Pat Morita had that skill? I didn't know.
I was surprised when that voice came out of his mouth. That was outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Well done.
Yeah.
Pat Morita, channeling Red Fox. Who was not known in life as a tremendously nice person, frankly.
I think he was nice to people that he cared about.
Yeah, in other words, he's just like everybody else.
Yeah. So, Sora, this is a 1950s refrigerator, and you're going to see this and you're going to think, why don't they make them like this now?
So, I forgot I had this thing sitting in storage. Check out the shelving arrangement on this 50s Norge.
I love these old fridges.
These are called swing and serves. It wasn't just General Electric that had swing out shelves, but this has swing out crisper as well. What makes these kind of cool is to adjust the shelves up and down. If you want to go up, you turn it this way, and then it's a ratcheting mechanism. See? And if you want to go down,
cool.
And that lowers it.
I love this.
pretty robust stuff.
Yeah, and it's built like a freaking tank.
I was gonna say, look at how that thing is built. It looks like it's drop forged stainless steel.
Those shelves weigh more than a modern refrigerator does in total.
Exactly. One shelf. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. Pretty terrible.
Funny.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, we have a little bit more time to go, so
Just in case anybody, I do know that those shelves are cast. They're obviously cast. If you know anything about metal casting,
Mhm.
they're not drop forged. But that steel rail, that steel pole, vertical steel pole, I almost guarantee you that has been at least hot rolled, if not forged.
damn fine looking refrigerator. And that's not even the nicest refrigerator I've ever seen. But that mechanism for adjusting the shelf height, man, that is fire. That's really great.
Yep.
Let's see. Here's a little bit of comedy from the English.
A man has ruined a weekend away with his girlfriend by saying what he was thinking. Our reporter Emma Bradford is at the scene.
Martin Bishop and Eleanor Shaw had stopped at a cosy country pub after a romantic walk when Miss Shaw looked up meaningfully at Bishop and asked what he was thinking at that very moment. The weekend was about to go very wrong indeed.
I was hoping he would say, maybe this would be a great place to bring the kids one day. Or even something corny but sweet, like, I have everything I'll ever need right here.
And what did you say, Martin?
I said, pigs are much bigger than you expect. One of them was so big you could ride it.
A man has...
Yeah, at least he didn't say he was thinking of Rome.
Oh, that's great.
Rome. Why not Rome? Good times. Okay, let's see. Woman shows up drunk for court. That was always good.
Is that Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Said woman shut up drunk.
Well, you know she's doing her stupid book tour right now.
Oh my god! I saw one of the interviews with her. It's just she's drunk all the time. She is drunk all the time.
Yeah, it does look like that.
She sounds drunk to me.
Yeah. Well, there's also, let's see, there's this which is fun. From the Found Footage Fest.
Hi, I'm Julie Andron. You know, children of all ages love to pretend and to use their imaginations. Makeup and costumes give us that chance to step out of everyday reality.
Sure.
But make sure you ask Mom or Dad how to use the VCR if you don't already know how. We're here at the studio, and I'm going to transform Grant into a vampire right before your eyes. Are you ready, Grant?
Terrible.
Yep. Well, what do you think? Here's our vampire. I think you look great. Did you get him in there
You can
okay?
tell he's really enjoying this. Can you tell? Does he look happy?
Yeah.
He looks like
Yeah.
he's got a black eye, like somebody beat him up for having bad makeup. This is not looking good. Or the clown.
This is Jennifer, and Jennifer's going to be our clown.
That clown is so happy.
We also added a touch of
What a
white
fun
here with the
clown.
gloves, and we have ourselves a clown.
Looks like Whiteface to me.
This is Joey, and Joey wants to be a turtle.
I think this
I thought, why
movies
not?
about gladiators, Joey?
You
Of a
ready, Joe?
turtle.
Yep. Okay, let's go. And there's our turtle.
Put the turd in turtle, kid.
He definitely puts the turd in turtle. It's so good. Oh, stuff kills me. Okay, so one really cool thing on the way out. Okay. A huge Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell has over 200,000 pieces. It's a great place to start a quest. So yeah, I guess they've put together some massive Rivendell Lego set. Have you seen this, Skep?
I need to see it because I have my internal picture of what Elrond's house looked like. It better be right.
Looks kind of Minecrafty to me, but that's just because of the blocks.
Yeah, that's.
I've seen the one in Minecraft.
Yeah,
not.
That's
no,
pretty cool.
That's
yeah.
That's not in any way related to the description in the books.
But some of the details are actually pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there's Lego and then there's Lego. This is like kind of insane.
This is like black belt Lego.
Yeah.
Rivendell, are you kidding me?
6,167 pieces for just this one building. Yeah, and as far as I can tell, this isn't just AI slop. Man, some of that Lego stuff is so goddamn expensive.
Oh yeah, that is just a tremendous industry.
Yeah. Yeah, good times.
Out of Legos.
Okay.
Thought it.
Yeah, well, I think we've
exhausted the possibilities.
Oh, not even close. We've got plenty of other possibilities. Oh, no, let's end on a high note. I'm not going to show you the thing I was about to show you. So, this has been your Minions of the Zoo for Saturday. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. Zoo is